catch a foot when I drive. Big pressure, I apply. In the ring, you won't survive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive.
Hassel lights, talk to me. Yeah. Welcome to another edition of Hassel's Review. We got a good old unboxing this week. As you can see, as I got a Ringside Collectibles haul in for you guys. So I'm pretty pumped and excited about that. But before I dive into this Ringside Collectibles haul, I'm going to touch on something. So WWE 2K25 dropped. If you've done the pre-order, it dropped last Friday. I'm recording on a Tuesday, so this will go up a Wednesday. So it's still before Gen Pop hits. Gen Pop won't hit till Friday. So just early bird, from what I've seen on there, the game is shit. Okay, I'm going to be honest. All right, right off the rip. Soundtrack is a solid 4 out of 5 Hassels. I'm digging the soundtrack. They've done a really great job. Typically, I cut the soundtracks off unless they're a banger and just cut on the old school 80s, 90s themes because that's what I prefer to listen to. But they got some pretty cool shit on this one right here. I've heard of some of them, hadn't heard of some of them. But some of the ones I hadn't heard of, I'm kind of digging. So 4 out of 5 Hassels on the soundtrack. The game itself, it almost just seems like a really upscale, polished version of 2K24. Without a doubt. Graphics-wise, it just looks like they cleaned it up. And it's almost like the difference between PS4 to PS5 is what it's looking like. Most everybody is the same skin from last year, which is kind of like, are you kidding me? I haven't had a chance to go through and play with everybody. Some people have noticeably be different attires. Punk, he's got like a Bret Hart themed tights. I dig that. Some people have some better attires, so to speak. But for the most part, it's a well-polished version of 2K24, which I'm not knocking. I love 24. The gameplay itself, I will say some of the chain wrestling is a little better. Some of the cinematics are a little better. So you're probably sitting there thinking, Hassel, then what are you shitting on? What I'm shitting on is the two main features that the game is sold upon. And that is, one, if you bought the Bloodline Edition like I did, first and foremost, it don't fucking work. The servers are completely crashing every time you turn around. And I done reset my modem 100 times thinking it's my modem. It's not the modem. It's their servers. They can't handle the pre-order pop. So I don't know what they're going to do on Friday when the national release hits and the people that didn't pre-order go out and buy it and they get, millions more people flooding the server, so to speak. The island seems like a cool concept, what little I have been able to play. The problem is, other than doing a little bit of walking around, playing a match, freeze, kicked off, get back in, walk around, play a match, freeze, kicked off. That's kind of your repetition. The Undertaker Cathedral ring, though, was really neat. I did like that. That seems to be a pretty cool little story. Even they did film some stuff with like Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, set up what the island is for you and this, that, and the other. So that seems pretty cool. I've tried to do the My Faction. I don't play My Faction. But I was logging on because somehow how you get alternate attires. I couldn't even log on yesterday. It would not allow me to get in their servers foobarred. So My Faction, I'm missing out on my daily logins because of stuff like that. I have tried to do my Rise a time or two. Servers keep me out once again. Which goes to the other thing. Now, everybody that spends the money on the accelerator, you buy this accelerator to unlock everything. Now, I get it, like the stuff that's in the showcase mode, that's extra unlockables going along the way. I'm cool with those. But all of the arenas, all of the wrestlers, all of the belts, etc., that you get with the accelerator pack, guess what, people? You still got to beat shit. You got to beat my Rise. You got to beat my showcase. You got to go through faction. You got to go through the island. You got to do all 4 of these things to get the shit that you paid the extra money to unlock. Not a fan of that at all. You fucks me out of an extra, I think that's $20 or whatever. So, don't get me wrong, it's included in the Bloodline Edition. But if it hadn't been, I would have still bought it. I've always spent the extra money to get that. So I feel a little robbed on that this year. I'm going to give the game a little more play. Like I said, I haven't really logged a lot of hours in on it yet, just because the servers are up and down. It kind of sucks. So other than some exhibition matches and a handful of island matches, I have done next to nothing on it since it dropped on Friday, and here we are on Tuesday. I'm going to try to play a little later again tonight and see if maybe some things are back up and working. So I'll update you guys, but right now it's a steaming pile of shit. If you got 2K24 and you got all the shit where you want it, honestly, I would suggest sticking with that for a little longer until they get all of the kinks and bugs worked out of this one here. Maybe come back in about 2 or 3 weeks and then buy it then. Sucks because you don't get to pre-order shit that way. But the DLC packs they've announced are shit. You've got a handful of good wrestlers throughout all 5 packs. And one of the best ones is in the final pack in the next November. So it's like, come on, man. I'm going to probably just do a creator wrestler of some of these people and not even worry about the DLCs, even though I've done bought them. I'll just get them along and along. I mean, they got fucking basketball players in the DLC. Who wants a basketball player in a DLC for a wrestling game? And I almost bet LeBron James' bitch ass is going to be one of them. And anytime somebody looks his way, he's going to scream foul and fall over, even though they hadn't touched him. But it is what it is. Not super happy with it so far. Let me know your thoughts. Drop me some comments below. But let's get to something positive. Let's get to this Ringside Collectibles haul. I'm going to change my POV view so you can see what I see. And let's dive right into this whole thing. All right, guys. Guess who's back? Back again. So we got the Ringside Unsanctioned Classic Superstars, the Road Warriors Red Edition. I did not opt for the variant on this right here, so we went with that right there. The other thing I got is Mankind. He is a Ringside exclusive. So, pretty sweet packaging. Got a little story all about him right there and whatnot. So this is something I have kind of noticed as a common on all these Ringside exclusives. Right there. Yeah. They come like this. From the factory. Just got this. There we go. Looks like shit, right? So let's just go ahead. See what we got. So you got basic art here. Have a nice day. Okay, that actually, the faces of Foley unfold. There's somebody that wants to put up a little art. Little fine art there. So, let's see, we got some basic hands here. And we got hair and Mick himself. So, let's see. So, I myself was a bigger fan of this version of Mankind because it was close to the Cactus Jack original, just psychotic heel. He stood toe-to-toe with The Undertaker. I wasn't a fan of the comedic bullshit later. Plus, I thought this was a really good look for him. He captured the scar on his arm, so that's pretty cool. Got a the old mandible there. Got his smile. Patches of hair gone. Okay, we got what looks like. Okay, I think I see what they might have done. So let's stick him right there for the time being. So you got this little tuft of hair right here. It almost looks like a dog turd. But I'm kind of wondering, is that supposed to fit right there? It kind of does. Let's try it the other way. Yeah, there we go. So they created this little tuft of hair that you could actually pull out. And it fits in there rather well, actually. So, not bad. Not bad. Mrs. Foley's baby boy don't look too bad. We got a couple extra hands here. see what they gave us. So they gave us Kung Fu grips. I'm going to be honest, that I'm not real pleased with. So you got 2 open hands there. Now this one kind of has the, I'm going to put it in your gullet. As that, but then you got 2 Kung Fu hands for Kung Fu action. Or, yeah, 15-year-old delight. However you want to say it. Personally, I wish they kind of gave you something like that. The way you kind of done sometimes. But, solid figure other than that. You got some good detail there. I like the detail on the back. That looks really good. This, like I said, this is my favorite version of Mick, aside from Cactus Jack. I did not like sweatpants and all that bullshit. I just thought that was when he quit giving a shit about his physique. Not that he was a physique guy, by no means, but he did exceed, you know, look like he still kicks some ass, right? So now, this right here. So, Ringside Collectibles has got a line called Unsanctioned Classic Superstars. So essentially what this is it's not Mattel and it's not Jawwares. It is Ringside Collectibles. You know, they do a great deal of exclusives on their own, so why not make their own figures, right? I mean, I am a fan of it, so why not? So let's see what we got here. Well, there we go. A box within a box. So I'm gonna set that down there. So there we go. It's pretty solid there. You got Animal and Hawk, 90s edition, looking in the Road Warriors like only they can. Great box art here, Ringside exclusive, like it says on the side there with the Road Warriors. On the back, you got a little bit of art there. Road Warriors, known as the Legion of Doom, were iconic professional wrestlers known for intimidating presence, face paint, spiked shoulder pads. Animal and Hawk dominated the tag scene in the 80s and 90s with their brute strength, intense style, finishing opponents with their signature move, the Doomsday Device. What a rush. Then you got your stats here. That's pretty neat. Then more deco art there. So let's see what we're working with here. Let's kind of see. Let's just fuck with our eye holes a little. Let's see what we got. So it's taped on the side, it looks like. Trusty X-Acto knife. Okay, you got, that's pretty neat there. The inside box has got Road Warriors, What a Rush. It's got like a crowd behind them, so I guess if you wanted to keep them in the box, you could kind of display them up. So here we go. They both come with alt heads, hands, various hands. They got different hands on them here. I do see closed fists, so that's good. And then you got Kung Fu hands and the whole, you can't see me. So, now it's the same paint job, just one's a grimace, one's scowl, and then the iconic tongue out. So, let's see what we're working with here. Let's just pull one out. I do like it doesn't have all that bullshit plastic on it. So, okay. The shoulder pads are a little wonky on there, a little too loose for my taste, but detailed tattoos on both sides. Arms are a little small for Animal, I feel like, but it has some good articulation there. I'll give them that. Fairly well detailed. It's not too cartoony looking. Has a ultimate vibe to it with the torso there. The only thing I see off-putting to me is the discoloration between the upper chest and the lower torso is a little off. But all in all, not bad. I'm digging the things there. Let's put his pads back on. Pads are very well detailed, dude. So let's stick him there. Let's pull old Mike out. Same deal. So we'll pull. Now he does seem to have a little more detailed torso. He's got a little more definition than Animal. But I will say, just like with Animal, discoloration between there and there is noticeable. Ooh, that's a little scary. So, as you can see, I got some. I would be scared of this double jointed elbow right here. I am scared of this double jointed elbow. I'm praying that does not break. All in all, the hair looks good. Now, I will say, you can see a little discoloration in the hair right there. Like right there, the paint deco is not the best. I don't know, though. He's pretty solid. Let's see if he's taller than Animal. Not by a lot if he is. So I'm thinking they pretty much used exactly the same stuff. Yeah, up through the torsos. And like I said, he's got a little more detailed torso, so to speak, than as you can see. Pretty nice looking figures though. I will say that. So without a doubt, I'm swapping heads on both. Hands I'm not too concerned with at the moment. I might tinker around with that a little later. But for right now, nice head pop. Okay, there we go. Hey! Whoa, what a rush. Really don't think I'm seeing this worrying me is this right here. And I'm hoping that's just maybe where they didn't clean him up. Maybe it's not so much an issue as it is they just didn't clean him up. But, okay. So, let's check out the shoulder pads. Very detailed. Nice looking. They're clean. Points are a little sharp, but at the same time, you know, if you had kids, that wouldn't be a problem. So, there we go. Let's pop Joe's head. Uh-oh. Don't do that. Ooh. See it there already. Okay. There we go. Now we got a good Grimm's face. I do kind of wish they'd have put alternate paint jobs on the two heads. That would have been probably the neat thing. I will say the difference in the two. So they do have different color paint jobs on Animal, not Hulk, but they do have different paints on Animal. I think there's some greens and stuff on the other version. There's some gray in the shoulder pads. Their tights don't match on the other. Like you see, their knee pads don't match here, which I was a little But the other one of them had black boots. When Animal or Hulk, he has the white where the red is here, and then he's got gold. Like two very iconic looks, but you know, it's different times. So all in all, though, pretty solid figures. Let's see what we're working with. So Mankind's a little shorter. Let's see what old Ron and Bradshaw look like. And they blend in pretty well. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can look and tell they're not truly Mattels, but they're not just bad either. I mean, Nash, height-wise, he towers over them like he should. Pretty solid. I'm digging them. I'm definitely taking my Attitude belts off of the APA. Well, they're not even the APA at this point. These are the Acolytes. They're not a protection agency yet. Matter of fact, I can kind of pose him down now because I have an actual Farouk over there with my Nation of Domination with fist up. So let's see what they look like with the belts and see what we're working with. Belts felt nice. Okay. There we go. What say ye? Of course, they'll look better with the hands that do the fist, but check it out. Or I could try, let's put this old WCW tag title on them. Let's see which looks better. Now, personally, I am a bigger fan of this WCW tag title just because I really always dug this design. It was pretty neat. And on this one here, they went as far to put the gold. The Ultimate stuff, they spare no expense. So I am terrified of this joint in this hand. I just know that arm's gonna give me a problem. So there we go. What say ye? I'm a fan. Solid Figs, I'm going to give them about 4.5 out of 5 Hassel on these guys. Mankind, he's a 4 out of 5 Hassels, but it's solely because of the hands. Had his hands, I got some closed fist to put them things on them, or a better, mountable claw hand. He would have probably been a 4.5 also, but solid haul there. If you're not checking out Ringside Collectibles, I highly recommend them. You can get some really good deals on there, especially around the holidays. You can get figures for 12. You can get elites for 12 and 13 bucks sometimes. That's definitely when you're gonna pick up, your guys that you want to fill out with versus, pay full price. Who wants to pay $22 for the Acolytes when you can go get them for 12, 13 bucks a piece? Hey, that's the way to do it. And this set right here, this Road Warrior set, it's like 49 bucks. That is literally the price of 2 elites, 2 packs, typically in the elite era, 60, 70 bucks. So hey, you can't beat that right there. I highly recommend them. 4.5 out of 5 Hassels. So let's pan back to my beautiful face and close this thing out. All right, guys. So we are back. Pretty faces are here. Hope you guys like this right here. You check it out. Drop me some comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you think they're plus or minus a little better? You going in for them. Let me know. I always love to hear from you guys as far as like, what do you guys collect? Are you not collecting what I collect? Is there something out there you want to see me review that I hadn't been reviewing? Let me know. As you see, I got a little bit of everything. I got everything, man. I got He-Man. I got wrestling. I have X-Men, Marvel, DC, Joe's, horror, the works. I mean, if there's something that you kind of want to see me go into that I haven't, I do have a great deal of horror NECAs that are kind of just sitting away right now. So maybe we'll get into some of those right there. Let me know what you think. While you're at it, go show our sponsor, the Zone Collectibles, 305 Main Street, Tifton, Georgia. A little love. Stop by the Clady Clan, say hello. If you're praying type, give our boy Kevin some prayers right now. He could really use some prayers. He's a great guy. Even better, person than a sponsor. So we love him. So give him a little love. Drop him a comment every now and then. He's accessible on the Facebook as well. Just let him know, hey, we hear about you all the time. We're thinking of you. Don't be scared to go check out our other network, Stay Weird Network, where I got another show called Cards Subject to Change with Hassel, where I explore the what ifs of professional wrestling each and every week. Because you know the card is always subject to change. And what if? And also, Monster is on there as well with a whole nother show with a kit and caboodle called Impressions, where he does he does unboxings better than I do them, because he'll sit there and give you the box, give you his impression on it, unbox it, give you his impression on it, and let it sit a while and go back to it. Like, I just put them on the shelf and then cuss about them later. He lets you know, hey, this stood the test of time. I don't give you all that follow-up. So you get the whole damn show with Monster. So be sure to check him out on there. And don't ever forget our boy Big Rob, Big Rob's House of Entertainment and no Chinese food. He is also on Stay Weird Network doing a show called Into the Dark, where he does all kind of conspiracies. I enjoy a good old conspiracy. Not as good as Jesse Ventura does, but who can be the body? Not me. So with that being said, we love you guys. Thank you. And never forget, what a rush.
Garbage, top rope, catch a body.